CBS Sports provides brutal Cleveland Browns take. The Cleveland Browns were ripped apart by CBS Sports analyst on Friday for the team's 2025 offseason. After an interesting offseason filled with drama for the Cleveland Browns, both the franchise and the fan base may want to hit the sim to next season button. And while many are afraid to admit it, one analyst highlighted the struggles on Friday. CBS Sports writer Jordan DeJanin claimed that the 2025 offseason can't end soon enough for Cleveland, ripped apart how the Browns have handled the quarterback situation from Deshaun Watson to drafting two quarterbacks in this year's draft. Why did the Browns draft two quarterbacks? And why did they draft these two quarterbacks? Does either even have a shot to start this year? Some teams like to avoid distractions, but the Browns love them, wrote DeJani. Not only did they want to be the team to stop the most infamous draft slide of all time, but they made sure to draft a different quarterback ahead of him too. Why would we expect anything different from the franchise that traded for a quarterback facing 20-plus lawsuits and hand him a historic, fully guaranteed contract? DeJani would then go on to claim that there isn't much to be optimistic about in Cleveland due the offensive line is still a question mark and star linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah being out for the season. It's clear that the Browns will take the 2025 season as a rebuild year. With Watson still on the books and the franchise still having multiple holes on the roster, Cleveland will have to settle with this lineup. As of now, the Browns' quarterback room features Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. Despite this group having a good combination of young players and veterans, the drama of who will be the starting quarterback this season has overshadowed the rest of the team's offseason. The Cleveland Browns walked into the 2025 NFL season with more fire than ever. Hype videos were flying, Deshaun Watson was healthy, and the dog pound was barking louder than it had in years. Myles Garrett was fresh off a Defensive Player of the Year campaign, and rookie phenom Zayden Fields had turned heads all throughout training camp. On paper, this was the year the Browns were supposed to finally get it right. But in the stereo lights of a New York studio, CBS Sports had already written a different script. The Browns are a beautifully wrapped disaster just waiting for the bow to come undone, said CBS analyst Marcus Holloway during a panel debate that aired Monday morning. They're a soap opera disguised as a football team. That quote ignited a firestorm across the NFL world, but especially in Cleveland. Twitter, or whatever Elon was calling it now, lit up. Fans were furious. Browns defensive back Greg Newsome even subtweeted, "Say it to our face, Marcus." But Holloway wasn't done. He called the Browns a mirage in shoulder pads, saying they had all the flash and none of the finish. The segment ended with a graphic titled "Browns, the NFL's most overhyped franchise," complete with sad trombone sound effects. The panel laughed. Cleveland didn't. Back in Ohio, the story was different. Coach Kevin Stefanski, often stone-faced, smirked slightly in the press conference when asked about it. "We don't spend much time worrying about desk takes," he said. "We're building something here." But inside the locker room, CBS roast was playing on repeat. Myles Garrett had the video looping in the gym. Watson watched it 3 times on his phone, jaw clenched. Even kicker Dustin Hopkins, who usually kept to himself, muttered something about using that CBS nonsense for fuel. A week later, the Browns faced the Bengals in their season opener. The storyline was set, Battle of Ohio, but with a twist. Joe Burrow was coming off a rehabbed wrist, while Watson had a point to prove. Every analyst had the Browns pegged as pretenders. Every pregame show played Holloway's quote like it was scripture. Then the whistle blew and Cleveland showed up angry. Garrett racked up 3 sacks in the first half. Watson scrambled like his 2020 self, throwing dimes to Amari Cooper and new tight end Kelvin Harper. Fields, the rookie receiver CBS ignored entirely, caught 2 touchdowns and hit the CBS camera with a hold my mic gesture. The Browns dominated 31-10. After the game, Watson stepped to the podium, smiling for the first time in months. When asked about the CBS comments, he just said, "We heard them. Hope they're watching." But the real moment came later that night. CBS aired their post-game recap. Marcus Holloway, begrudgingly, started the segment with a deep sigh. "Okay, maybe the bow's still tied. For now." Fans roared online. Cleveland Twitter exploded with memes. Marcus's face edited onto crying Michael Jordan heads, Browns players holding scissors next to bows, even fake CBS logos that read "Clowns Bash Sports."